Merry Christmas and welcome to Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase here on Cable 12. I'm Bob Parcell.
And I'm Steve Furrow.
Good to be here, isn't it, Steve?
It is, Bob. It's real good to be here. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you.
And this is what it would be, our Christmas edition of the Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase, Bob. We're flying right on in there, man. Hard to believe Christmas will be here in just a few days, and then right after that, New Year's. So
here we go again.
Happy days, happy days. So, Bob, we think about Christmas and these holidays. It's fair to say that Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, Mountain to Lake will be closed. Fair to say that. But by all means, if you're interested in buying or selling property, give us a call. The number on your screen. We'd love to visit with you. We can come by the office. We can come to your place. We can meet. I bet, Bob, you'd even buy somebody a cheeseburger, wouldn't you?
I would.
And talk about buying or selling property.
Yeah, but over the holidays, we have a very flexible schedule and realize people travel. They might be in town visiting and want to kill two birds with one stone. Not saying they want to get out of the house where they're visiting, but that does happen. And as a seller, we'll be glad to work around your schedules as well. But people do look over the holidays, and we'll be happy to work with buyers and sellers over the holidays if it suits you.
You bet, you bet. So, Bob, you doing anything exciting for Christmas?
I'm real thankful I do not travel.
Okay. All right.
Look at those long lines at Thanksgiving and Christmas in the airports, and I'm real glad I don't do that. So, what about you? You traveling any?
No, sir. No, sir. We may take off somewhere for New Year's, but as far as Christmas holiday, we will be here and we'll be around.
Good.
Kids are excited about Christmas, the gifts under the tree, and so we're looking forward to that and some good food. I think I'm going to smoke a brisket if everything works out, Bob.
Okay.
So should be good. What's going on in the real estate market, Bob? Tell me about that. What's happening?
Yeah, as we said last week, mortgage rates are falling a little bit. Some buyers are getting off the sidelines and mortgage applications are increasing a little. We think inventory is going up somewhat, so it's still getting a little better for a buyer, but still seller has a really good opportunity to get a very good price for their property, and still a low inventory, though it's increasing some.
Yeah,
but still a lot of buyer demand.
You bet.
And I think Franklin County has a lot to offer. Our taxes are significantly lower than, for example, in Roanoke. You have a better chance to get a home with some acreage. So we have a lot to offer in this county, and we're glad to feature your listing here on Cable 12.
You bet. And we'll share it on out to the world if the opportunity presents itself. If you're interested in having Mountain to Lake Realty list your property, we'd be glad to talk about all those things that we can offer from that standpoint. Speaking of that, Bob, I got to ask, if the weather's good, will you get the boat out for Christmas?
If the weather's good, I will.
All right.
It's going to be real good.
So what are we thinking? If it 50 degrees, will you be out, or it's got to be 60, 70?
I say 60 would be good.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll look forward to it.
If you want to go skiing at 50, I'll pick you up.
Will you now? Okay.
Throw a rope to you, and we'd love to see it.
Can I wear the hat?
You'd have to. Yeah. That's one of the beauties of the lake. I mean, I like the lake as much in off-season, if not more than the summer. There's hardly anybody there. It's just the advantage of an outboard motor. You don't have to winterize it. But I've always, my whole life, I've really enjoyed the lake in so-called off-season.
Yeah.
Great views, leaves fall off the trees. You can see better from your lot or your home, and obviously a lot less traffic.
You bet.
If I knew how to fish, I'd take you fishing, but I don't know how to do it. Not very well.
That's all right. That's okay, Bob.
I'll eat your brisket. How about that?
That'll be good. That'll be good. Well, Bob, let's talk about some properties. Are you ready for that?
Let's do that.
Speaking of the lake, this first listing, I think, it is on the lake.
And the next one's going to be towards the other one, so take off of Land's End.
You bet. Here we are, Land's End Circle. This is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath. You see the 2-car garage underneath, a little over 4,300 total square feet here in this home. If I didn't say it before, I'm going to tell you again. This is Lands End Circle in Union Hall. It is in the Lands End subdivision, and there are lots of amenities to take in there. You've got a boat ramp, you've got a gated storage area. With this particular property, we've got a deeded boat slip with a lift as well as a jet ski port, so you have a place to keep that boat there on the lake if you so desire. Additional amenities there in Lands End include a swimming pool, a sandy beach area with a fire pit. It's just a great location for you to get out, and certainly people get out and walk around Lands End Circle, Lands End subdivision. It's a great spot to take in. So let's get in, let's talk about this beautiful home. You see those wonderful hardwood floors. This is truly a one-of-a-kind home, a little over 4,300 total square feet. We'll move around and get a chance to see the dining room, living room area, kitchen coming around. You got to appreciate all the cabinetry here, plenty of places to store your cooking items, your utensil, all those things, as well as lots of places to store that brisket or turkey or ham that you might be having here over the Christmas holiday season. Here's happens to be a shot of the butler pantry. Comes with this property. Lots of natural light here with all the windows that you'll see here in this particular home. But just really lots of things to talk about here. In this particular home, we've got a master bedroom on the entry and the upper level, as well as several decks. You got the primary bedroom suite here on the upper level that you see. That's spacious, a nice tile shower. As I mentioned, it's 4 bedrooms and 4.5 baths. But when you think about that, you've got 3 bedrooms on the upper level, and 1 bedroom on the lower level, or excuse me, on the entry level there. But moving around, additional space downstairs. You'll see a nice little kitchenette there, bedroom, bath, again, tile shower. This is right outside of the garage, nice little workshop area for you. But man, it's just so much to talk about here. We don't have time to go through it all, but certainly that golf cart gives you an opportunity to head out to your boat slip and get ready to get on that boat, or maybe head to the swimming pool that's a part there of the Lands End subdivision. Here you give you a chance to see a little bit of the lake and some of the benefits you'd have of living here in Lands End Circle. But this would be Lands End Circle in Union Hall.
So next we'll travel from one lake to near Philpott Lake for this property, the Henry address on Horseshoe Point Road. So traveling down the Henry Road, you take a right on Horseshoe Point if you're coming from the Ferrum area. And roughly a mile or so down the road on your left is where you'll find this home in 113 acres, which actually is on both sides of the road. The home does not dominate the property, meaning it's not in the middle of the property. So if someone wanted to buy this property and maybe sell the house with 5, 10, 15 acres, you still could have tremendous price for the remaining acreage. It's a nice house. We'll give you more details of that later. It's a mixture of open and wooded land. I've always thought what adds value to land is one, long road frontage, which enables you maybe to cut off a few lots in the future, not impact your privacy with the remainder of the land. You have that. I think timber value. I think having a creek, a lot of water. And then the owner has trails throughout this property. It's extremely well maintained. It's very, in my opinion, high price per acre for this land. These picnic tables are well off the road by the creek and this fire pit. This creek is throughout the property. As I mentioned, it's a mixture of open and wooded land. 18 acres is across the road from this house. I guess that means there's 95 acres on the same side of the road as this home. So it'd be great property for livestock. It's an unzoned area. House itself is very well maintained. It has 1,400 square feet with a full basement. There's a heat pump to heat and cool it. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home. Also has a laundry on the entry level, a lot of nice attic storage. Lots of potential on the lower level. Here's a good view of the back of the home. Nice metal roof.
the picture doesn't do it justice, but it's a very private setting there. I mean, you're kind of out on your own little oasis here on Horseshoe Point.
Yep, and you're very close, of course, to Philpott Lake. But again, 113 acres, 95 on one side of the road, 18 across the road. Owner was wise. They got a new survey. It's not only on paper, but on the ground, and we'll be glad to give you more details on how the land lays at your convenience. Great property for livestock. Great property for multiple building sites. This will travel back to this home on Chestnut Hill Road, not far from Cable 12. You're traveling down Old Franklin Turnpike from Rocky Mount, take a right on Chestnut Hill, cross the Pig River. This property will be on your right with 1 acre. Had a new heat pump in September of this year. 1,960 square feet in this 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with a year 2000 year built. Cathedral ceiling, stacked stone on that fireplace off in the distance there. So you have a formal living room, good sized den area with fireplace, as well as a good sized dining area. As I mentioned, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. Also has a detached 2-car garage and a 1 acre lot. Chestnut Hill Road again. That has a Rocky Mount address, working your way over towards Redwood.
All right, from Chestnut Hill Road, we're going to head to Rock Lily Road, and this is a fairly decent sized tract of land at 29.68, almost 30 acres here, the property. So we'll show you the horse stalls and barns, stables that come with this property. But first we're going to talk a little bit about the house. We've got a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, a little over 1,870 square feet here in this home on Rock Lily. If you're not familiar with where Rock Lily is, if you were coming from Roanoke, you'd come 220 south, you'd turn left on Wirtz Road and then a left onto Rock Lily. This property is on your left there. We step inside, you get a chance to see the kitchen area, nice bar area. We'll come around to the outside, you get a chance to see the back side of the home and some of the privacy that's included here on Rock Lily. Here's a shot of the stables, the stable area. It is 60 by 90. This stable, it has two wells as well as 5 horse stalls. You've got a riding ring, you've got a chicken house, you've got a workshop. There's just a lot to talk about here. It's a mixture of both wooded and open land here on Rock Lily Road, and that's with the Wirtz address, Rock Lily Road in Wirtz.
Next we'll travel to Creekwood Drive for this home. There's a Salem address. It's on West Salem, kind of working your way up towards Montgomery County. Very great views in this area. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. Congratulations to the new owner for this home with 1,000 square feet on the entry level, 950 in the lower. So as we said before on the show, we work with buyers and sellers frequently in areas outside of Franklin, and this one in West Salem in Roanoke County is evidence of that. So if you're interested in a home in these areas, we're glad to work with you there as well.
You bet.
Nice home in Salem.
Here's a property that is pending. It's Beach Mountain Road in Ferrum. You would take out of Rocky Mount, you would head west on 40 there, turn left on Beach Mountain. This property is on your right. This recently remodeled home. It offers fantastic views, 2 bedrooms and 1 full bath, a little over 1,320 total square feet. All 1 level living here. Lots of outbuildings we're going to talk about here in a minute, but we'll give you a few shots here of the inside of the home, give you a chance to check that out. We'll come around to the back side, you get a chance to see the deck. But there is, as far as outbuildings, you've got a garage 24 by 40, as well as a 10 by 18, and then a 12 by 12 office attached to that garage. So it is heated and cooled. New well. There are lots of things to talk about here as far as improvements, but this was Beach Mountain Road in Ferrum. We hope it closes as scheduled.
Yes, we'll travel to a property there. Great location in Franklin County on Wirtz Road. Very convenient to Angle Plantation. You can come back to 122 to get to, I guess, the east side of Rocky Mount or down to Burnt Chimney towards the lake, or travel back to Roanoke several ways, or Boone's Mill, or Rocky Mount. So it's truly a great location. 1,264 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with a heat pump, heat and cool, along with a gas furnace. There's a split bedroom design with a primary bedroom suite with a walk-in closet on one side and 2 additional bedrooms on the other. Good sized eat-in kitchen, dining room and living room. Nice back decks on this home as well.
Yeah.
And a nice yard.
Nice fenced-in backyard.
So again, this has a Wirtz address on Wirtz Road, very convenient to Roanoke, Burnt Chimney, Rocky Mount.
There's that deck we were talking about, Bob, off the back side of the home. Here's a unique property, 5.2 acres, Lucy Wade Road. That's in Rocky Mount. This Lucy Wade would be head out of Rocky Mount, 220 south. You turn left on Sontag and then a left on Lucy Wade. 5.2 acres is one of those things, you drive down to this property and you feel like you were in the middle of nowhere. It's very private, very secluded, and 5.2 acres gives you plenty of possibilities as far as sheep, goat, pig, horses, you name it. You've got an opportunity to do that. This home has been freshly painted. We've got a new indoor heat pump, an outdoor unit, a new roof, lots and lots of positives here with this home. It just needs someone to step in and make it their own. You see that fire pit there to the right? Talked about the privacy. You gotta check this out to appreciate it. But large open room here when you step in, living room, kitchen, dining room area. Lots of cabinet space there. Of course, this is all one level living, so the laundry is on the entry. So I mentioned 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths. Get a chance to see that showers update. Here, of course, a couple of the additional bedrooms there, all on the entry level. There's the second bath. This is a really nice feature, a 20 by 30 garage with the wood stove unit in there. We might have needed that in the last few days. It's been some chilly mornings, but this has been a great spot to hang out. As I talked about before, the privacy, you got to appreciate what this 5.2 acres on Lucy Wade brings to you. We'd love to show it to you. This is Lucy Wade Road in Rocky Mount.
Next we'll come back to Rocky Mount for this property on South Main Street. Actually, 2 lots are included in this listing, both zone CBD, previously used as a primary residence. I'm sure a lot of viewers recognize this home on South Main across from the hospital. It has a lot of charm and character, I think, are the words a lot of people use, but really it's just a nice home built in 1915, and potentially someone could come in and make this a real nice office if they wanted. They could verify the zoning would work with the use that they plan to have, but it is zoned commercial, and again, 2 lots, they're real deep lots. Home itself has 1,750 square feet, nice wood floors. Of course, you have 1 level living. There is a partial basement. It's heated with a oil-fired boiler. Good view of the back of the home and the side. And again, there to the left of the home is the second lot. Of course, they're both being sold together. Someone could, vacate a property line if you wanted a bigger house or want to go across the line, you could apply for that. And I think the fact that it's zoned commercial and 2 lots gives it really a lot of potential down the road if someone continues to use it as a residence. But the fact that you have 2 lots that you could maybe use for commercial purposes in the future, because a lot of the commercial properties on South Main Street originally were places where single-family residential homes were. So South Main Street and Rocky Mount is the location for these 2 lots. Continue down South Main Street and take a right on Scuffling Hill and a right on Stony Mill. You'll find this nice patio home on your right. It's pending. We hope it closes as scheduled. I was fortunate to work with the current owner when she purchased home years ago. I'm very familiar with it. Nice vinyl and stacked stone, 2-car garage, paved drive. Of course, you have 1 level living, right at 1,482 square feet. Gas log fireplace, nice little island there to put a couple bar stools. Patio on the end. Showing you the heat pump that was replaced in 2021. You have a property owners association that takes care of a lot of things, including your lawn maintenance. So we hope this home closes as scheduled on Stony Mill Road.
Here's another pending property on Jacks Mountain Road. If you're not familiar with or Jacks Mountain, you would head east of town, east of Rocky Mount on 40. You go about 7.5 miles and you turn right on Jacks Mountain. And this property is on the right there at 114.5 acres. You see the cottage home here, a great little 2-bedroom, 1 full bath, 870 total square feet here. But the real value, the real excitement in this property is the land itself. You think about a great location, and you think about the opportunity to maybe do some deer hunting, or if you're interested in a farm, certainly this property, about half of it is in grass production for hay, and then the rest of the property is in timber production. You do have a lot of creek frontage on Glade Creek. Gives you, that's always a nice feature when you're thinking about a large property. There are several buildings on this property. Includes a 17 by 45 shop, a 46 by 42 barn, and a 18 by 20 tobacco barn. You do see the metal roof here on the home. You step inside, it has that wonderful farmhouse feeling. Nice little quaint kitchen you see there. There's 2 bedrooms and 1 full bath. You see, we step outside, we get some aerial views. You can get a chance to see a little bit of that, well, the overall size and scope of the property. You see those barns there to the left of the home, as well as the openness, the hay production, as well as some of the timber that you see there as well. This is Jacks Mountain Road. It is a property that has pending. We hope that it closes as scheduled. But a really nice property there on Jacks Mountain Road with the Glade Hill address.
Next we'll travel to Roanoke City for this condo near the intersection of Roanoke City, Roanoke County, and the city of Salem, very close to Lewis Gale Hospital. So you travel down Electric Road towards Salem, and then this condo unit will be on your right. We hope it closes as scheduled later this month. Some of the features are you step in this door here into a foyer, and you have some security, and the next door is locked. Also, underneath the garage, you come in with your remote to hopefully a secluded area, and then you have right to the elevator. It has 2 side-by-side parking spots. The unit itself has 1,714 square feet. Updates include flooring throughout, heat pump in 2017, top floor in unit, giving you a lot of privacy and some great views over towards Fort Lewis Mountain. Again, we hope this condo closes as scheduled, and again, we're more than happy to work with some buyers and sellers in areas outside of Franklin.
So we're going to head back to Franklin County now. We're going to talk about Old Salem School Road. This is a listing, 5.37 acres. If you are interested in a farmhouse with some acreage and within a very close proximity of Smith Mountain Lake,
This is it, isn't it?
This is the property for you to check out. This farmhouse, originally constructed in 1923, but it has been completely refurbished. It was taken down to the framing of the home, and then rebuilt. And so when we step inside, you get a chance to see some of those updates and those amenities that we've talked about. But this was not like this kind of flooring, these kind of wall. You did not see this in 1923. Has been completely updated. You look at that nice farmhouse kitchen, all those cabinets, a lot of room there. You're coming around, got a nice little bar area there that's behind the fireplace. The fireplace, of course, comes around into the dining room, which is, man, you got to appreciate sitting in your supper table and hearing that fire crackle behind you. That's always, well, just gives you that warm feeling, doesn't it? Well, we step can stay here on the entry level. As I mentioned, it's 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. This is the large primary bedroom suite that's on the entry level. Here's, of course, the bathroom on the entry level. I love a clawfoot tub, but just a large bathroom here on the entry level. Get a chance to see his and her sinks. Of course, coming around upstairs, we've got another additional bedroom, or additional 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. This is a shot of the bathroom there. Tons of space there. Then we come outside and we talk about the things this property would bring to us. You get a nice rocking chair front porch. I appreciate that. Large storage building, which we'll get a shot of here in a minute to the front side. But this barn here that you see, a large barn for you to store just about anything, or if you're interested in goats, sheep, horses, I mean, certainly can create whatever you want here, and you have a great place for them to get in and have some shelter in the cold. Or maybe you just you got a couple of old cars you want a place to store them in. This would be a good spot for that. Here's the chicken house, or additional storage if you so choose. But be a great, I think about that red there's be a great spot for some chickens. Here's that front side of that large storage building that we'll convey with the property. But this is Old Salem School, and as I mentioned, you could be in Smith Mountain Lake in the water in no time here from this location on Old Salem School in Union Hall.
Next we'll travel just a little bit west of Rocky Mount on Franklin Street. It has a Rocky Mount address, but you're headed towards Ferrum. In addition to this nice home, there's also 2 other 2-acre lots that come with it. You can access off Wooddale, which is a state road before you get to this home on the left leaving town. Also has a really nice detached 3-car garage and workshop. So we have 3 things going on here. Really nice home, 2 additional lots, each of which is 2 acres apiece, that in my opinion are very usable. And you have that nice detached 3-car garage and workshop that we'll show you. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with 1,980 square feet of finished living space. A lot of updates include a new roof in 2022 on the home, in the garage, and a storage building we're going to show you. Also had a new heat pump compressor this year. So you have 1,056 square feet on the entry, 924 in the lower, including this nice masonry fireplace. Exact nice covered patio we see here. In addition to the heat pump, there's a mini split heat pump in the lower level. Off the dining area, you have this nice covered deck area, which again gives you a dry patio underneath you see in this picture. Here's the detached 3-car garage and storage building I mentioned. It also has a new roof. Off the right side of the 3-car garage is a good workshop area. And here's the view when you come in, not off the driveway to the home, but off of Wooddale. There's a road in to where there's 2 extra lots. Owner also installed a new well very recently. Home was on a spring. You still can use the spring if you wish, but the sellers decided it was easier to get along with the well. They had no problems with the spring, but that's another added feature. Great property, 2 extra lots. People call sometimes and say, I want to buy some property, maybe build a house for my son or an in-law. A lot of times building restrictions or deed restrictions won't allow the subdivision of some land. However, these are 3 separate tax parcels, and you can do that if you wish. So Steve, I think we're close to running out of time, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
So I guess we're going to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everyone. We certainly appreciate the opportunities that you all allow us to be with you here on the show, Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase. We appreciate you tuning in with us and joining us. Bob, it's a pleasure.
Pleasure to work with you yet again, Steve. Merry Christmas to everybody.
You bet. And we look forward to ringing in the new year here shortly. But we hope Santa brings everyone what they ask for. Is that fair, Bob?
We'll leave it at that.
Take care, everyone.